Napoleon Bonaparte. Born in 1769 on the rugged island of Corsica, his early life was a crucible of hardship and ambition. From a young age, he dreamt of greatness, fueled by a burning desire to leave his mark on history. At just 9 years old, he was sent to mainland France for military school. Here, he faced mockery for his thick accent and small stature. Yet behind those sharp eyes lay an intelligence that would soon ignite his rise to power. As the French Revolution plunged the nation into chaos, Napoleon saw his chance. In 1793, during the siege of Toulon, he showcased his strategic brilliance, outmaneuvering seasoned generals. The city fell, and with it, the seeds of his legend began to sprout. The cheers of victory rang in his ears, but deep down, he understood that this was just the beginning. In 1798, he set his sights on Egypt, not merely as a conquest, but as a campaign to revive the ancient glory of the pharaohs. He led his troops across the desert, conquering the Mamluks at the Battle of the Pyramids. The thrill of victory coursed through his veins, yet the shadows of defeat lurked nearby. The British Navy soon destroyed his fleet, stranding him in Egypt, far from home. Returning to France in 1799, he seized power in a bold coup, becoming first consul. But this wasn't enough for the insatiable Napoleon. In 1704, he crowned himself emperor, taking the crown from the Pope's hands and placing it on his own head. The audacity of it all, the rise of a common man to the highest echelons of power, sent shockwaves through Europe. But ambition breeds enemies. As Napoleon expanded his empire, the nations of Europe banded together against him. The turning point came in 1812 with the disastrous invasion of Russia. Over 600,000 soldiers marched into the icy wilderness, expecting swift victory. Instead, they were met with the harsh realities of winter, a brutal opponent that ravaged their ranks. Supplies dwindled, morale plummeted, and the mighty Grand Army became a ghost of its former self. The retreat from Moscow was a nightmare. Soldiers froze, starved, and died in the snow. Defeated, Napoleon returned to France in 1813 to face the consequences of his overreaching ambition. The Battle of Leipzig marked the end of his reign, and by 1814 he was forced to abdicate. Exiled to the small island of Elba, he found himself in the shadows of the power he once wielded. Yet, even in exile, Napoleon's spirit remained unbroken. In 1815, he escaped Elba and returned to France, igniting hope and fear in equal measure. The 100 Days commenced, a fleeting moment of glory before the inevitable collapse. At the Battle of Waterloo, the world watched as he faced a coalition of enemies. Rain poured down and the air was thick with tension. But as the day wore on, it became clear. Napoleon's time was running out. Defeated, he was captured once more and sent into exile on the remote island of Saint Helena.